Hey guys, welcome to Marina Mondays on Sam Daily Films. Alright guys, this week our theme is... our theme is what not to do when blank space. So today I'm going to tell you what not to do when you're sad. Because honestly, sometimes when a lot of us are sad, we don't really know why. Because you're just having one of those off days, like your ice cream fell, you embarrassed yourself in front of someone you like, you rolled over some steps. We have bad days as human beings, and I would like to help you try to get your brain to shift and focus on other things to allow yourself to be a little more happy and to have a better day. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing not to do when you're sad, or I don't know about you, but a long time, like about 2 years ago, I was on Tumblr, and I was on Tumblr a lot, like every day. And so whenever I had a bad day, I would come home and go to Tumblr, but that wasn't the best thing. So Tumblr has those like deep quotes and those posts to make you feel, a little, to make you think about life. But you see, when you're sad, you don't really want to think about life, do you? You want to kind of shift your perspective and think about happier things. So I suggest you stay off of Tumblr and like maybe Facebook, because I know like the Tumblr quotes and stuff are slowly getting onto Facebook, and by slowly I mean they are already there, so beware. I'm not saying Tumblr is a bad thing or anything. I used to love Tumblr. In fact, I still do like look up some stuff on Tumblr for like art and to see like what the Natiju fandom is up to, so yeah. But when you're sad, I think it's better to focus on, to make sure you have some control of what you see, and make sure you have some control on what you can focus on to shift your feelings from sad to happy. If you have like a folder on your phone or your computer where you have pictures that you like or that makes you feel happy, I suggest that you print them out, or get some pictures from like a book or magazine, anything, some pictures you guys have, put it into a book, like a scrapbook in a way, so that way you have what you call a happy book. So whenever you're sad, you just go get your glue, get your scissors, and you scrapbook whatever you can that makes you happy. And if you don't have the opportunity to do that at some moment, or you're just like not really feeling up to doing that, you already have some pages in your book that makes you happy, so you can just go through that and look through it and feel a little better. So the next thing, you're not looking at me. Oh my god, what am I doing? Another thing not to do when you're sad is to listen to sad music. So I know it feels good, to kind of like when you're sad and you're kind of chill, it's good to listen to chill music. And like when I hear other people listening to happy music and I'm sad, I just get really annoyed. Like, I don't know why, I just do, which makes the sadness kind of go up, because when I get annoyed or angry, I get sad. So it really doesn't help. So to counteract this, you have to have like a song in your head, like a song that you love, and every time it plays, you just want to pick up yourself and go. Alright. The third thing that you should not do when you're sad is sit down in a corner and eat 100 pounds of ice cream while just, thinking about life. Crying. Like, I mean, you should cry it out. If you're like not happy and stuff and you don't know why, like in this situation, if you want to cry, go ahead. Trust me, it is okay, I understand. But at some point, you really do have to get up, and you know what? Ice cream is important because it actually is scientifically proven to make you feel a little happier, and that's important. But when you pair it with, just going deeper into your thoughts, you're not getting anywhere. What you have to do is get up, take the ice cream with you, and get a piece of paper, a pen, and write down a list of things you love. Now, I know you're probably thinking, wow, this has, a common theme, things you love. But the truth is, if you love something, the only thing you would associate with that love, if you love something, I'm talking about things, not people, because people are complicated, you feel happy when you see them or think of this thing. So if you write on a list of things you love, like I did in this short little clip here, you're gonna feel a little happier because you focus on the things you like in life rather than what your thoughts were doing like a couple minutes before, which was thinking about, oh, I felt on school today, oh, this has happened, oh, this exam, oh my goodness, you know. So he kind of shifted a little bit, which helps so much. The fourth thing not to do is to keep it inside, and I mean this literally and figuratively. By keeping it inside, like keeping it inside your brain alone, it doesn't help sometimes, especially when you don't know why you're sad. You can either talk about it if you want to with one of your friends, and don't for a minute think that, don't pick up the phone and be like, you know what, she probably doesn't even care. Then put it down and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep to myself, because that you'll get nowhere with that. Pick up the phone and like text messaging or like messaging on the phone, it's okay and stuff like that if you have to, but I think on the phone, like personal conversation, hearing someone's voice, that does so much more, and you get to like focus on this one conversation rather than being distracted by the things that are going on inside your head. Yeah, so I was saying to not keep it inside, as in don't keep it the thoughts bottled up in your head, but also don't keep yourself inside, because sometimes when our bodies are so accustomed this day and age to being inside, being in AC, being with such technology, and just being this and being that. It's nice sometimes to get outside, whether you go to the beach, you just take a walk outside, take a walk down the road, just kind of get in sync with nature a little bit, because it sounds a little silly, but it really does help, because in like nature, like something about the wind and the trees, it just makes you think, and not necessarily in a bad way either. You just enjoy the breeze, you enjoy the greenery, you just enjoy what life is, and like the real meaning of life, because to be honest, when you think about yourself in perspective, as in you're just this little person on this big earth, which is kind of small compared to everything else around the earth. I mean, the universe is huge. Just think of that, and think of all the things you could do to enjoy life instead of focusing on what isn't making you enjoy life. So as I was saying, you can just go outside and just take a little break. Don't keep yourself cooped up inside all the time, as my parents often tell me, because I feel like I didn't really think anything of it, because outside, well, like, what do you do outside? But if you just take a couple minutes, you don't have to be with anyone, because I don't really like to be with anyone when I'm outside. I just want to sit down, relax, and it really does help so much. The last thing not to do is to try to get off social media for that small amount of time, because let's face it, when you're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and you're seeing all your friends doing these amazing things, you're like, oh, yeah, it kind of hurts a little bit, because they're having fun and you're not. So what you have to do instead is have fun yourself. How, you may ask? We are constantly like sucked into this cycle of life. We get up, we go to school or we go to work, we do this, we do that, and we have to go to sleep and do it all over again the next day. So just do something totally spontaneous. Do something totally spontaneous to enjoy what you can today. Because the other day what I did was I went outside and I just splattered paint all over like some book pages, like on the grass though, so sorry. And it was really, really fun, especially since I had like some awesome music playing. And just doing something as simple as that, it was exhilarating, because I wasn't just inside doing what I normally do. I just did something so crazy, and like it really, like, I used the pages for one of my art pieces, so it really was helpful as well. So just try to think of things like go to the beach with your friend if you have time, or if you don't have time, just do something out of the ordinary. So you just kind of have to go with the flow, but at the same time know that there are things you can do to enjoy life, and focus on that. Focus on having a good time, because it's not all about working. It's not all about like focusing on studying and stuff. It may seem like that sometimes, but if you're not doing what you love, then what are you doing? So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing Marina Monday, and I'll see you guys next week.